Alright, let's move on with some important rules of important formula of probability that you should know in this chapter here. Alright, so for examples, we have known that probability of A union B, right? The first formula, the probability of A union B is the same as the probability of A plus with the probability of B minus with the probability of A intersecting B, right? But this formula is depend on the situation, whether the two events are mutually exclusive or non-mutually exclusive, right? If non-mutually exclusive, this will be the formula. If mutually exclusive, this will be 0, right? So this is it depends on the cases. So okay, later on we try to introduce another formula, right? Means that the formula that, for example, this type of formula where A intersecting with B prime. So how to deal with this type of probability. So means that is A intersection the complement of A prime with B, right? So what is the formula, right? This is all the important formula that you must know before you study about problem solving of this chapter here, or how to use all the various formula that I'm going to introduce in this video here. This is a very important video. I'm going to tell you this is all the formula that I'm going to introduce. I'm going to make it to 2 videos. All right. First I talk about this, and the second video I'm going to relate it to a conditional probability. Alright, okay, let's look at this. So what is A intersecting B prime, right? So if I can just ask you to memorize the formula, but I don't want, right? So what is meant by A intersecting B prime, right? So if you have probability of A intersecting B prime is the region. So A, right? Okay, some students say, okay, A, this is A, right? A intersecting with B prime. So I'm going to use a different color of chalk. So if I said A intersecting with B prime, so what is B prime? This is A, right? A, this is all A. So B prime is outside of B, the region outside of B, right? So I'm going to, okay, B, right? All this, right? All this. So this will be the B prime, event of B prime, means that complement of B is outside of B, right? Outside of the region of B. So where is the intersection, right, between the A intersecting with B prime, right? If you can see carefully, that is actually this region here. This region here. So I'm going using here. This is the region. All right. This is the region. So where the A intersecting with the B prime. All right. I hope you're able to see this because you already have the knowledge for set. Right. So this is the region. So or I can redraw again. Means that A intersecting B prime is the region. This is the region. So if this is event A and this is event B and this is a universal set, this is the region where A intersecting with B prime, right? So from the Venn diagram, we can generate the formula. Right? Very simple. Okay, let's see. I straight away talk about probability. All right. So easy for you. So if you look at this, everything here, right? You see that it's just like a moon, right? They are not a complete moon, right? So this one, right? This one. So it's a PA. It's just like a probability of A. Right? Everything, the probability of A, minus away part of it, right? Minus away a section, right? A section means that it becomes part of the part of A, right? So this is where this is actually A intersecting B. Easy to say is probability of A intersecting B prime. It can be defined to be probability of A. Probability of A means everything, right? Everything taken, subtract away this intersection here, right? Probability of A intersecting B. So this becomes the second formula, right? Of probability of A intersecting with complement of B, right? So it's also happened to be the same for this, right? Let's look at it. Right, I'm going to repeat the same thing. Actually, this is 2 is the same thing. So it's for your better understanding. So it's like, let's say if I have okay, now I draw a bigger diagram. So let's say there's an event A and B, right? Event A and B. So just now you have already know that for this region, right? For this region that have horizontal shaded line, right? We name it to be A intersecting with B. Just now I have just discussed about this region, right? Can you see this region here? So I'm going to put a star for this region, right? Okay, sorry, okay. I don't follow me, all right? Don't follow me. So I just I want to let you see, right? This region is actually belong to A intersecting with B prime. A intersecting with B prime. Just now I have told you. Then this region will be, all right? It definitely will be A prime intersecting with B, right? A prime intersecting with B. So I put this to be a love here, all right? Love here. So love here. Sorry, So love here. So this is the region where the love region here is A prime intersecting with B. Why? Okay. Why? You have to go and study why, right? Okay. Now, so let's say you have a B, right? This is a B. This is the event B, right? This is an event B, right? Event B. So this is A intersecting B, right? A intersecting B. So when you want to know about, okay, why is this is A prime intersecting B? Very simple. You can draw a Venn diagram. Okay, Venn diagram. There's event A and event B, right? Event A and event B. So when you said about B, this is B, right? This is B. This is B. So where is the intersection? So intersection between B and complement of A. Where is complement of A? Complement of A means outside of A, right? So I'm going to draw a vertical or the vertical line, right? Okay, vertical line, and this vertical line is not inside A, right? It's complement of A. So can you see where they cross, right? Where they cross. So all is vertical only in this region. Can you see that this region? All right, this region. This region. If you see carefully, this region. I'm going to color this region. This region. Understand? This region. This region is the love lah. Okay? The region here. All right. Where this is a region of A prime intersecting with B. So how to find this? How to find the formula for this region? Probability of A prime intersecting with B is that you taking the probability of B, the number of element in B, minus away the intersection, right? It's probability of B minus away the probability of A intersecting with B. So this make up of these two formula, right? These two formula that I introduced in this video here. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to introduce you another formula, right? So another formula. So you have to. Okay. I'm going to tell you how I memorize this formula. Okay. You try to listen. All right. This is my way. All right. My way. So A prime, B prime. So I'm going to talk about this way. This is the event A don't want B. A don't want B. A don't want to share with B. So means that if you have A, right? If you have A, right? A, event A, I don't want to share with B. Means this part is the one that I share with B. So that's the overlapping, right? A and B. I share with B, I don't want. I want A that not share with B. Is this region. That's why I minus with A intersecting B. Right? Means I want A. I don't want B. That's why I write PA in front here, minus away the A share with B. So if I said, okay, again, let's say if I have A prime intersecting with B, this is to tell us that I want B. I want B, then the B will be in front. I want the B. I don't want the A. Means that, okay, means that the one that sharing with the B sharing with A, I will exclude, all right? Exclude. So sometimes it's called as exclude principle, all right? We exclude the A intersecting B. So this is the way I memorize, right? The next I'm going to introduce you is about the formula of, let's say, what happened if the right? It's about the probability of complement of A intersecting with the complement of B. Alright, what happened if the question is asking you to find the probability of this? So this will be the fourth formula that I'm going to introduce in this video. Alright, in this video I'm going to introduce you these four formula. Right, before I introduce you, I have to introduce you a De Morgan law, right? De Morgan rules for the sets, right? So let's say if you have, this is De Morgan rule, so you can prove this by using Venn diagram. So okay, so if I have A prime intersecting with B prime. I can rewrite this. It is equivalent, right? It's the same as you take A union B prime. That's the De Morgan rule. Alright, so if you can say that A prime intersecting with B prime is equals to the A union with B prime. Alright, or I can say that if I have A prime intersect union with B prime, for example, if this is the case, U prime, everything will be reversed. You see that from there is complement of A become event A, intersection become union, and the complement of B become B, and everything complement, right? So this is also the same. You can write everything to be complement, right? Means this is De Morgan rule. So means that if complement of A, you are definitely getting an A, right? Getting an A, and union, you are getting an intersection, all right? And complement of B, you will change become B. You can rewrite this in this form. It's actually helping us in calculating probability. For example, this one, right? For example, this one. So I can rewrite this to be the probability of, I take out, because there is two complement here, right? So it's very messy if you want to consider this. So I'm taking these two, right, the complement, just like factorizing the complement. So everything will be changed, right? Complement of A become A, just like factorizing. It's actually not factorizing, right? Factorizing. So the intersection will become union, and the complement of B become B. And this will be probability of A union B. The complement events of A union B. So means that this is 1 minus P A union B. With the help of De Morgan rule, we can actually 1 minus the P A union B, which this value can get from the first formula, right? The unions of two events. So means that by applying De Morgan rules, alright? So for example, if I have probability of A prime union with B prime, I also can using the I can actually using the De Morgan rule, so where I can rewrite this to be a prime outside, and for A prime I will write as A, and union will convert become intersection B, right? And this is the same as complement of A intersecting B, which is 1 minus P probability of A intersecting with B. Alright, so I just introduced you the De Morgan rule here. Alright, actually this can be proven by using Venn diagram. Alright, and but I'm not going to prove in this video, right? In your lesson, it's about probability. Alright, if you're interested, you can come and see me, right? So this will be the De Morgan rule. So I introduced in this video. So, and this rule is helping us in calculating this type of probability. So please remember, this is a very important formula. Before you going for the examples that involving this, involving calculation of this type of formula, you better memorize all this. This is very important. So this is the first video for the formula, the list of formula. I'm going to go for the second video about conditional probability, which involving need the help from this formula, right? Okay, see you in the next video.